gotten what he needed, and they could move on with the fight. Doesn't look like that's happening. What's your take on this whole thing, Teddy?
It's pretty simple. I mean, you could go in 1,000 different directions, and you guys went about 500 of them. Good for you. But to me, you know, you just go to this man in the street. You go to the regular person, the blue-collar worker that takes care of his family, that, you know, is willing to put out the money for a pay-per-view fight and see a good fight and allow these people to make the money. Those are the people that count. And if you ask those people, well, they're going to say one thing, and they have said one thing as far as what I've heard, and that is, why would you walk away from $30 million on the table just not to take some blood, just not to take a test? If you're clean, what do you have to hide? Now, in no way am I saying that I think Pacquiao is dirty. And no way am I saying that all the blame goes away from Mayweather in not making this fight. All I'm saying is that that is what the regular man, the common man out there, and he has a right to think that and to say that. Why would you not make that fight if you're clean? Now,
Teddy,
some of my sources...
Teddy, let me just say one thing. I bet you if you were training Pacquiao, though, you would only allow yourself to be dictated to so much. What about that?
Listen, taking a blood, neither one of us are doctors, but I can tell you that doctors have stated that taking blood for a test does not weaken you. It does not. Now, psychologically, some people don't like it, but, hey, Pacquiao had some tattoos on him, I think I saw, so you can't say he's afraid of needles. I don't think we can go and say that. So, you know, if it's really taking the blood, from what I understand, Mayweather's people were willing to make a concession where it would be 2 weeks away, where he would have enough time, if that was really the fear, that it seems like that could have been overcome. Look, my thing that I can add to this, again, from sources that told me, they said that people in the Pacquiao camp sent a couple of emails to the Mayweather camp a few weeks ago, about 2-3 weeks ago. And the first email was, what would the penalty be if our guy tested positive? The second email was, if he did test positive, could we keep this a secret for the benefit of boxing? Now, again, I don't know, other than my source, who I trust, told me that he saw those emails. Now, I also know that Tim Smith, the columnist from the Daily News, reported on the same thing I just said. Now, if that's true, again, that doesn't prove anything definitively, but you just wonder why those questions were being asked.
All right, but they also could be setting up just the parameters of the whole thing, although that sounds very fishy, of course, Teddy, but that's still a possibility. Teddy, thank you so much. I'm going to talk to you more about this a little later on. We're going to talk to Dan Rafael as well about the options for both fighters from this point forward, where I'm dying to talk about this. I mean, Pacquiao's options seem to be better than Floyd's, but we'll see. You can see what you're saying here on Sports Nation. Will they fight at some point in 2010? 58% saying yes. Let's hope it does.